Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel NCRT series. Today we are starting with a new chapter from geography, that is chapter 6, major landforms of the earth. See, surface of the earth is not same everywhere. Some parts of the lithosphere may be rugged and some are flat. So these landforms are a result of two processes. One is internal process, another one is external process. So internal process means in internal process that leads to the upliftment and sinking of the earth's surface at several places. Upliftment and sinking of the earth's surface at several places. Next, coming to the external process. Continuous wearing down and rebuilding of the land surface is called as external process. So the surface is being lowered and that process is called erosion, and the rebuild of that surface again, that process is called as deposition. So this erosion and deposition occur due to the running water, ice and wind. See in the image you could see some parts are rugged and some parts are flat. You could see mountains, plain, mountain ranges, plateau, everything in this image. Next topic is about mountain. Mountains, they are higher than the surrounding areas. So mountains with permanently frozen rivers of ice, they are called as glacier. I'll show you the image of glaciers. Next is range. So mountains arranged in a line are known as range. So the mountains which are arranged in a line, they are known as ranges. And the mountain range of Asia is the Himalayan, and in Europe the mountain range the Alps, and the mountain range Andes, it is in South America. And there are three types in mountains: fold mountains, block mountains, volcanic mountains. So fold mountains. The Himalayan mountains and the Alps are young fold mountains. The Aravalli range in India is one of the oldest fold mountain system in the world, and the Appalachians in North America and the Ural mountains in Russia have rounded features and low elevation, and they are very old fold mountains. Next is block mountains. I'll show you the image of block mountains. So they are created when large areas are broken and displaced vertically. So the uplifted blocks, they are termed as horst, and the lowered blocks, they are called as graben. Next is volcanic mountains. Volcanic mountains are formed due to the volcanic activity. For example, Mount Kilimanjaro in Africa and Mount Fujiyama in Japan. I'll show you the image of volcanic mountains. So this is the image of volcanic mountain. Now we shall see the uses of mountains. See, mountains are the storehouse of water, and many rivers have their source in the glaciers. As mountains are storehouse of water, it's very useful for irrigation and generation of hydroelectricity. River valleys and terraces are ideal for cultivation of crops, and they have a rich varieties of flora and fauna. Mountains have an idyllic site for tourists, and sports like paragliding, hang gliding, river rafting and skiing are popular in the mountains. Next topic is plateaus. Plateaus are elevated flatland. Deccan Plateau in India is one of the oldest plateau. The Tibet Plateau is the highest plateau in the world with a height of 4,000 to 6,000 meter, which is above the sea level. So what are the uses of these plateaus? As plateaus are rich in mineral deposits, and African plateau is famous for gold and diamond mining. In India, iron, coal and manganese is found in the Chotnagpur plateau, and plateaus are a very great attraction to the tourists. So you could see the image of plateaus. Next topic is plains. So how plains are formed? The rivers flow down the slope of mountains and erode them. So they carry forward those eroded materials, and then they deposit their load consisting of sand, silt along their courses in their valleys. So it is from these deposits that plains are formed. Now let us think why plains are thickly populated regions of the world. Because plains are very fertile and construction of transport network is easy. More flat land is available for building houses, and as plains are very fertile, it's very useful for cultivation as well. And Indo-Gangetic plains are most densely populated plains. You could see the image of the plain. So name some of the largest plains made by the rivers. So the largest plains made by the rivers are present by the Ganga and the Brahmaputra in India and Yangtze in the China. In how many ways we use the land and water? Sometimes we use the land and water in a wasteful manner. For example, constructing houses on a fertile land, throwing garbage on a land or in water and making them dirty. So we should avoid using such important gifts of nature in a careless manner. So this was all about this chapter. Thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe my channel NCERT series. And if you have any doubts, please let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much.